What's going on, everybody? We're back. I know I've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but listen, I just got cooked. Honestly, I got cooked. Took the last week off, need a little break, but we back. We back better than ever. I did some work. I had to figure out where I kept messing up at. Had to do some writing, bro. But we back. All right, today I only traded the Nasdaq for today, so I'm gonna just give a little session recap, trade recap. So my first trade of the day, let's start on the higher time frame actually. So 4 hour time frame, we could see there was this bearish leg that came here that swept this liquidity down here. All right, and then since then price was moving bullish. On the 1 hourly, we could see there's this overall supply zone that I'm interested in to see. Let's see, price might react from here. So I have that marked out up there. Boom. 15 minutes, let's move down. What can I see? From here, prices broke structure here, came up, failed to break lower, came up, down, up, down, up, down. It's just bullish order flow from down here after this liquidity was swept. So what can I see most recently? Price came down here. Price came down here, broke structure, and then we were over here when the session started. So I'm gonna drop down to the 5 minute and just give you a little session recap. As you can see, price, this was the low that made the high. We have a bullish leg. There's a supply zone above. So the supply zone above was an area of interest, but I also understood that we did retrace significantly enough that price could move bearish, which is going to explain why I was looking for shorts. So then if we come down here, what can we see? London session, price came up here, swept the Asian highs, then came down, had this smart money trap right here for people that were looking to buy during the London session, and they all got stopped out. Price came down lower, broke structure right here, which coincided with the London lows. And once it broke this structure and it came all the way down, I was like, yeah, I'm looking for shorts now. So my first trade of the day was this supply zone right here. So this was my first trade. Nothing too crazy, something like that. So I got tapped in right here and price gave a crazy bearish move, as you can see. Tapped me in to the pip, to the tick, came all the way down. What I did mark out though, I marked out this demand zone, because even though it didn't break structure and lead to anything, I knew that this was a potential zone that price could move higher from. So I kept that in mind. Price came down here, it came back up, it was consolidating for a bit. Once I saw price react from here, I already moved my stops to break even. I was like, yeah, that was like enough for me to like move stops to break even. Just because if price gave this bearish move and then came all the way back, most likely I'm gonna get stopped out. Most likely price is just bullish from here. So I eventually, as you can see, did get stopped out at break even, which is fine. Kept my head on right, but I reanalyzed the market. I could see price reacted from here, led higher, bullish break of structure. Here, came here, broke structure right there, bullish break. Then price came back down, broke structure once again. This right here was my entry. Clearly, the lower time frame has a bullish narrative. So this supply zone, given the bullish order flow that was taking place, I had this supply zone up here marked out, but it was a smart money trap in my eyes. In the making. It was still a supply zone. I didn't mark it out yet because it was yet to get invalidated, but as you're gonna see, I entered right there, and I had to take profit at the London highs now. So this was my trade. Price came in here, tapped me in, moved around for a bit, came up, hit take profit at the London highs, nice and easy. So, 1 second. So what can we see today? I did a good job of identifying when I was wrong. I took a stop loss here at break even, but it was still a stop loss. And I realized that instead of chasing a bearish move, I have to reanalyze the markets. I could see that this bearish move that took place, which I was selling from, was simply a retracement into this bearish leg. It made a significant enough retracement, and now it was moving bullish. Also, on the higher time frame, you could see price was simply rejecting. It wasn't closing bearish. It came down, rejected, left wicks, which shows that price is still bullish. So we came down here. We took this first stop loss. From here, I was analyzing the 1 minute time frame. What did I see? Price was coming here, respected this demand zone. It was a sweep right here. Sweep right there, followed by an inducement. Price came up, had a zone, broke structure, which is my entry. As you can see, buyers were in control of the market. I had a liquidity target up here. I just had my head on straight for today's session, honestly, which is all I need. Honestly, if I got stopped out right here, I would have stopped trading. I would have been done. I would have taken a break even and a loss. But this trade ended up being a win. But you always, one lesson, the biggest takeaway for today I'll give you guys is you don't wanna marry your analysis. Like, just because I took shorts here doesn't mean that it's impossible for the market to go higher, as you can see. Whenever you enter a trade, always play the devil's advocate. Think about, why could this trade stop me out? Why can this trade be a loss? If you always keep that in the back of your mind, you won't feel the pain of missing out on expectations. Like, if I expect this trade to go bearish and take profit, when I get stopped at a break even though I didn't lose anything, I'm going to feel as if I lost something. Just because in my mind, I was already thinking like, this trade is going to go bearish, it's going to take profit. The pain of unrealized gains, you have to try to mitigate that, because that could lead to tilt. Personally, in my trading, it's caused me to do a lot of dumb stuff. Just the pain of like being in floating profit, having price stop you out just because of your expectations. So make sure you manage your expectations and you keep those in check. But that's the session review for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.